Team ban.
Oh well. Yeah, no, everything. We got the lobby ticketed. Everything is pretty chill.
Radiant team ban.
We got a Pangolier ban coming up from missing Skywalker hands. Viper.
They have a guy named Pango, so.
I'm just gonna look it up real quick. I haven't really followed either of these teams that much in terms of the actual how they play.
Their captain likes Marana. That's their InstiGators captain. And I'm pretty sure they play together a lot. But they may have problems because when I played against them, their support was so tired of the game at 11 minutes he just
Radiant team ban.
But I don't think he's in this game. Is Puck still good?
I think he's still a good hero. He doesn't have the same like broken level of flash farm with his physical build anymore. But I think he's still
5 seconds
he's still
remaining.
very solid. Alright, so InstiGators does have a guy with 131 matches on Pango with a 67% win rate, which is not too shabby.
Radiant team pick.
Honestly, Pango spammers are pretty annoying.
Yeah.
So, good bans coming out from Missing Skywalker hands. Respect all of them.
Dire team pick.
I don't think I've seen this Pango guy on InstiGators. I think he's new. This could change the way this goes.
Let me see if I can turn you up. Maybe.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this guy's only played 2 matches with these guys. Even Kip has played more matches with InstiGators than Pango mode.
Yeah.
So the bans from InstiGators, Viper, Silencer, and Dazzle.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, just kind of like damage over time and whatnot, but I'm not sure if I really agree with. I have to check to see what Missing Skywalker Hands plays. They might be respect bans, but overall, I mean, maybe the Viper. I always ban Viper first phase if I don't really have anything else in mind.
Yeah.
But the Dazzle and the Silencer, I think, are not exactly first phase because, as you can see, they let the Venge through, which actually, I mean, the 2 heroes you have out on the board right now are literally number 1 and 2 in win rates. We just quickly take a peek. Yeah, Underlord number 1, 57.3% win rate. Venge is at number 2, 56% win rate. That's in Legend. In Ancient, it's switched with Venge at number 1 and Underlord 2. Divine. In Divine, Underlord's at 6th place. Venge is still sitting at number 2. So, 2 really strong heroes coming out in the first picks.
The Spearbreaker's not gonna be able to do anything.
Um,
Pit destroyed.
Yeah, Pit and Glimpse as well.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's gonna get kited around. Even Spearbreaker itself is not a good hero right now, and
I agree.
I don't. Maybe they have a person who likes to play it, but
Spirit Breaker just. I mean, he's a good roamer, but he's a poor laner, and I think laning takes priority over what you can do later on. Personally, I don't like laning with Spirit Breakers anymore. In IBAN, with Dagley, I've been was basically just the melee pause 4 specialist, and he could do a lot of work on those heroes, but it was always at my expense. my offlane always kind of suffered, the laning at least, for it. So yeah, kind of odd hero overall, and definitely odd considering what they're picking it into.
Yeah, I don't see how he kills. Even if he like gets on top of this Unlord, he can't kill him.
Right now, I'm really liking the first two picks from InstiGators. Those are some two. They're A, like meta heroes, and B, it gives them a lot of AoE control in those early
Dire
fights.
team ban.
Like,
Surprised no one picked her ban tree.
missing Skywalker, Dan's picked like two heroes. They're kind of going for a mobility based draft. You know, they can swap heroes around, get heroes out of sticky situations, they can chase. And InstiGators have two heroes that just shut down all
10
forms of movement.
seconds remaining.
So they're looking good so
5
far. I like
seconds
their draft.
remaining.
Legion ban is a little bit odd. Is like Link like playing Legion or something? Guessing off the top of my head.
I don't think they want Legion to jump on this disruptor, insta kill him in the fights.
Dire team pick.
Troll ban.
I mean, I don't know. Disruptor does have a like
10
he has
seconds
very low
remaining.
cast point on Glimpse, so I
5
think for the most part
seconds
he can get Glimpse
remaining.
off before Duel goes off. I feel like.
If he has vision.
Oh yep, Link. How did I guess it? Link has 500 games on Legion, 400 on Meepo, 267 on Axeman. No, he doesn't play a lot of Dota. He just spams those heroes. It's an odd assortment actually. He's got a couple offlaners, couple mids, couple carries, 137 games on Witch Doctor. His last couple games have not been on very good heroes.
Radiant team pick.
Earth.
Dire team pick.
Do they have two melee?
Venomancer.
They lost to Petting Zoo last. Missing Skywalkers lost to Petting Zoo last week with this guy playing Legion Commander both games, and like yet they still proceed to pick or oh never mind.
10 seconds
For some reason I thought they picked
remaining.
him Legion.
This Earth is gonna have a really rough
5
time.
seconds remaining.
Are they having position 3 Earthshaker? Looks like it.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
This Veno's gonna kite him around. He's gonna get kinetic field. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's tough to play any sort of Blink hero against the amount of
Yeah.
damage over time that they have right now on InstiGators.
Radiant
I'm
team
not a
pick.
fan of Veno overall,
Oh.
but if he does anything well, it's cancel Blink daggers.
Ursa's also gonna get ran around here.
Um,
I'd like to see a Slark because you can purge these things and get out.
yeah, I mean
10 seconds remaining.
they do have a lot of stuns.
5 seconds
Like
remaining. Dire team ban.
overall, if Missing Skywalker Hands gets the jump on InstiGators, they can kill him pretty quickly. They got a lot to kind of keep him in place, but in a more kind of even team fight, especially one that gets dragged out and drawn out,
10 seconds
InstiGators'
remaining.
draft has a big advantage.
5 seconds remaining.
A large portion of it's gonna depend on how they itemize it, though.
Radiant team ban.
I would like to see a Yule's. or 2.
This Razor's gonna have a field day.
Um,
10 seconds
not
remaining.
100% sure about that.
This Earth.
Radiant team pick. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bloodseeker.
Blood.
Because I mean, they do have the Venge, so if they play it smart, they have a pretty reliable way of making sure that Razor never gets like a
Oh,
Choose
long
your
duration
hero.
link off. Village is an interesting one. It's a very baller pick.
I think it's good versus Razor. It's good versus Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think Instigators have the better draft, but this game kind of comes down to how good this Visage is gonna do. Because he can definitely run over their team.
Visage with armor reduction like Venge is pretty nasty.
Yeah. Instigators just looked up top 5 meta heroes. They peaked it.
I mean, like at this point in the patch, you really can't go wrong with that. As long as you know how to play the heroes. If you're stepping out of your comfort zone to play meta heroes, then you're in trouble. But if the meta just corresponds with the heroes that you know how to play, then you're golden.
Is Mr. Magnificent their offlaner?
I don't even remember.
Let's see. I swear he was their mid or something. He's their offlaner. But also support. Let's see.
Prepare for battle.
Mr. Magnificent heading bottom with a ward and a headdress. Visage heading mid with the second ward and Blightstone.
Gold tier Visage. Kinda scary.
Shaker Spirit Breaker. That I feel like that's gonna go so poorly for them.
Yeah, Venom Razor destroys these two heroes.
The Razor's mid, it's a safe lane Bloodseeker. They got a Disruptor Bloodseeker. Man.
I don't know how top's gonna go.
30 seconds to battle.
I feel like got a Soul Assumption coming out. It's not. I know decides to run back in. He's up against 3. Looks like they're not going to get any runes top.
The battle begins!
And Spirit Breaker just yoinks the rune bottom. I think that was a 3-1 split for.
I think this guy's
I know that was all 4 runes for Dire.
GG.
Right? Shaker, Ursa, Spirit Breaker. And then, yeah. All 4 runes.
I have played this Razor Visage matchup as Visage, and it is so bad. It is so hard. It is unwinnable.
For the Visage?
Yep.
Okay.
I will be surprised if this guy even has half this Razor CS.
I mean, it's kind of just what Visage does though. It kind of
Yeah, he just loses
falls
life.
back and land, and then as soon as he gets his birds,
Yeah.
yeah, zero CS on this Spear Breaker and the Shaker.
Who's lasted? Who's through?
It looks like they want to make the Spear Breaker the core, which is odder still.
None of them are running a Quelling Blade, so I'm really confused.
Good lord, that is.
Boy.
Oh no.
Securing CS, man.
Oh, he didn't even get it, did he?
He did.
He did? Okay. Jeez. Desperation. That's a very. I don't know. Shaker giving him some solo XP.
Yeah, it's breaker carry, I guess.
We got Visage diving the Razor under the tier 1, and he's gonna take a lot of damage.
He's dead.
One right click away.
If he misses, okay, he could have chased him.
I don't think so.
50% chance to kill him.
289 move speed versus
Slightly
287.
Faster.
That's barely nothing. Not even worth it. Got an Ursa doing a hop on a Veno up top. Looks like he's gonna be dead, but return kill on the Venge. Got that +2 permanent damage on the Underlord. Visage apparently hung around a little too long. Bottom. Without any regen. This,
Charging creeps.
yeah. Spearbreaker's getting buttered up bottom right now. I think Bloodseeker was able to make use of the thirst from both kills happening, top and mid.
Oh boy.
We're
Familiar faces.
yeah, we got an Ursa diving the Underlord. Yeah, okay.
Thievery.
And it's a dead Venom again.
The world
Ursa's doing alright with
an
that.
exquisite toxin.
Not getting. He's doing great. Oh. I don't think the lane's gonna be very favorable for the Underlord, but later on, I think they should be able to handle the Ursa pretty easily.
That was kind of you.
Chugging those salves up top. Lucky 17%. Spearbreaker's starting to man up. Earthshaker's going on the Disruptor in the back. He's all over the place. That Courier is going to get slapped.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Spearbreaker falls.
That entire time.
Out.
Probably could have saved him.
What would you say?
He has stick charges he could have fissured.
Oh. I think they're both kind of occupied with their own little thing. The Shaker was going on the Disruptor. Speaking of going on the Disruptor, Spearbreaker's using that as a way to get back to lane. Wonder if he's gonna commit to the charge or. Ooh, will he be able to yoink the rune here?
The rune?
Oh, the timing! So perfect. Man. Calculated.
See them cower before us. It's not yours.
Got a Soul Ring up on the Underlord. Starting to harass that Ursa quite a bit. We got Disruptor getting gone on bottom. Ooh, does Disruptor live? Oh, he turned around and right clicked. If he kept running, I think he would have lived, and I think.
He's still gonna die. Unless he charges.
Oh, nice. Took him a little too long to
Need your last.
juke the
Dire's
blood
middle
right.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think if Disruptor kept running, he could have drawn the Spirit Breaker in even deeper, and B lived.
Killing spree.
Ursa
The
getting
world is safer now.
more kills. It's a delicate thing with an Ursa. I mean, you gotta. He has a lot of kill potential, but you just have to keep him at arm's length. But unfortunately, these guys are not managing to do that. This guy's phase boots. Razor getting a double kill. Spear Breaker charged mid. Yikes. Look at that. Surviving on 50 HP. Pretty baller.
Uh-oh.
Two levels on this Visage now. Almost.
Rip Earth.
He's almost gonna hit. He's going to hit level 8 before.
Killing spree.
He's not in lane. Ooh, Rupture coming out on the Spirit Breaker. He's gonna TP out. The Disruptor doesn't have anything. Feels bad.
I think when this Massage gets 6, this Razor can't do anything.
He does have the birds out already. It's going for
Yeah.
Helm of the Dom. I don't think I've seen Helm on the. I haven't really seen Visage much, but I don't believe I've seen a Helm of the Dom on him in the last couple times I've seen him. We got chain stuns coming out on the Bloodseeker, but Kinetic Field will keep him at bay. And of course, Ursa just keeps getting his kills. That's the downside of having something like a Veno as a position 4. It's you offer so little utility. Like you can't stop this Ursa from running at your Underlord. You're kind of useless.
I think they send Disruptor top and Venom bottom because Venom can like kite Earth. Disruptor can stop this Ursa,
Mega kill.
but it's kind of too late.
Your
for Lance
cubs
Water.
are orphaned
There's
now.
nothing stopping this Ursa. He just says, "I want this," and he gets it. Like the slow from Venomancer is less effective now against Ursa because he can close the distance with the Earthshock leap, and that's not affected by slows, which is really good for him. We got Shaker getting run down bottom
Shaking.
with Rupture.
My Wi-Fi went out for 2 seconds, but I'm back.
Visage is heading bottom with his birds. Might see some action here. Something's getting pinged out. No, it's the Visage pinging the Bloodseeker. They want him. He's getting charged. Doesn't have ulti. And unfortunately, the Spear Breaker charged a little too early. Visage gonna get his birds there in position. Veno's trapped. Up. Oh, I'm lagging. Oh no. I got disconnected.
Oh.
Right when the action's
Alright.
about to start. Pause the game.
There's no more action. Razor's CSing. He's getting charged. Probably not going to commit though, because there's 3
So,
down here.
did they make it out?
Yeah, Venom. Yeah.
They look like Venom. So Venom made it out. But
Blood right on the ground. They're just kind of poking each other. Razor's sieging the tower.
I got
Visage is not there. Ursa is not there. Disruptor is not there.
3 heroes bottom from both teams, and mid lane we have Disruptor catching up on levels and gold. But Shrine Control, or Outpost Control, I mean, both go to Radiant. It's really good.
Twist.
Ursa could have totally just ran at that Underlord.
Yeah.
Quicker
Yeah. Vena ulti hitting the
than-
Shaker.
A little too aggressive.
Oh, man. I guess this is kind of the reason why they picked the Vena, though. That ulti will really... It'll take some time, but that ulti will really help the Bloodseeker in these fights if the fights are drawn out,
Radiant's middle
which, as we've
tower
pointed
is
out
under
before,
attack.
InstiGators want long, drawn-out fights here.
The red Red mist spreads at Radiant's
Razor
middle
might
tower.
be in trouble. Got a rotation.
versus
Nice. But the birds finish him off.
Sends me home.
Well, was it a kill streak? Go on a Visage. It'll help him catch up. I can't tell if right now there's less than a 1000k gold lead or 1000 gold lead. Ooh, swap coming out on this Underlord, and Ursa's gonna finish eating him unless. Yeah, no. Underlord's too slow.
Veno has no TP. It's going. No boots build.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's how the Dominator finished up on Visage at 12 minutes. Ooh, another swap on Disruptor. More food for Ursa. Does drop spells, and I think it's Ursa. Ooh! Razor finishes him off, and now this Spirit Breaker's in trouble. Don't want to pit a Malice, but Razor's zippy zapping away. And Shaker TP'd into top all alone. Ooh! He's putting up a fight, but unfortunately to no avail. He just fed that Razor.
Saj could have TP'd behind them.
And like, Ursa was the only one on Dire that was having a decent game. If we take a look at net worth. Yeah, he's Ursa's sitting at 5,000 gold. Visage is at 4,000, and then your core Spirit Breaker's at 2.5. So Ursa's pretty far ahead. Might have even been ahead of the Razor before he died there. And the one thing you don't want to do there is die. Runs out of Bloodseeker, gets ruptured, gets silenced. Spirit Breaker's still charging the Bloodseeker. Should be cancelled. No, he goes all the way under tower.
Backs out. I feel like if he ulted there and bench stun, he's dead.
Yeah, I think that was the plan. They wanted to swap him out from the tower, and then Ursa kind of just
Disrupt.
eats him.
Dead.
Might have worked.
Visage is in trouble.
Oh. Kinetic Field holding him in place. Ooh, catches him with the very edge of the pit. And Razor's in here to clean it up. But Spirit Breaker getting possibly very, very clutch charge in. Gets the Visage out, but he's probably gonna have to trade his own life. That's the thing about like core Spirit Breaker. Veno just got deleted by Ursa. But this Bloodseeker is super fast. Look at him. Ooh, swapped out of the Blood Right. Very clever. Oh, and the TP cancel with Glimpse. This is insane. He's lost all his thirst speed, so unfortunately, Shaker gets away. But yeah, as we were talking about, this core Spirit Breaker, he's taking up the spot of a core of a position 3, and yet he's playing it like a position 4, and his net worth reflects that. He was just a second ago the second lowest net worth in the whole entire game.
He's building Vessel. I feel like should be building like Sange and Yasha, Echo Saber.
Bloodseeker getting chain stunned, but Disruptor's here to save the day. Drops Kinetic Field, Pit of Malice. All these circles of doom being dropped down. Ooh, what an Echo Slam!
Don't be negative.
Oh, Disruptor gets his Static Storm down, and I think the Bloodseeker brought back. He's ready to clean this up. They're not seeing the Venge. Venge walks away. Oh wow, okay.
Visage is taking towers.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It seems like he's doing that
there.
to the detriment of his team, yeah.
Saj was there with that Echo. Yeah, definitely could turn that around.
And sweet.
What is this Ursa going for? You went for the drums. He's basically just following whatever the guide is, Tortellini, I think, or Immortal Faith, either one.
He's so dead.
Ursa, yeah. See, this is that control that I was talking about in the draft. It's coming into play now. Razor's diving kind of deep. He's just surrounded, but he gives no shits.
Radiant's towers are
He's
fortified.
just running down
Just
the.
like unstoppable.
Wizard does not want to play with this team right now.
Axe is going to be top tower is under attack.
You can't escape the underscape.
These heroes are so low, like just Visage, like pressing
Axe
W and
observes
kill.
carnage
finish off all
underway,
these people.
and Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower has fallen.
100%.
This game could look very different. Somehow the net worth lead is not that much.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising. Tower gold and I mean, Visage is just farming. He's you do have the Ursa and the Visage both sitting at roughly around 6,500.
He has a
Razor's
passive helm of the dominant.
Yeah,
I see.
that's what I was questioning when I saw him building it. Is it like? Do you
It
think?
still has it active. It's still good. It gives health regen and base damage on your birds.
They're just charging. I don't give any fucks, but with Revenge there, then they're gonna get the kill. Revenge has a Vlad, that's really good. Really, really good for Dire. Underlord has a Vlad's for Radiant as well. He's going for an Atos next, which seems a little. I mean, Atos on Underlord is actually really good. But I think they could get away without it. And I would almost prefer something that gives Underlord some beef, because right now none of his items really give him the beef that he wants here, I think.
I have failed.
But more.
I think an Assault Cuirass would be very nice versus the Visage.
Yeah, but it's a big item. Like, he only has Vlad's up right now. Something, even like. I don't know about Crimson, but. I don't know, what would I build on him?
Wait, I meant Crimson, not Assault Cuirass. I'm retarded.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Crimson just makes birds
Yeah,
do damage.
Crimson would work here. Like I said, what InstiGators want to do here is they want to draw the fights out.
Just rupture the Sursa and
The only way missing Skywalker hands win these fights is if they just burst the heroes down. They have the potential with good Echo Slam, the armor reduction from Venge, Ursa, obviously doing Ursa things. Honestly, it's starting to look like this Venge, who was playing as a pause 5, is going to end up basically being the position 3, promoted 2 ranks. She has more gold than both those offlane heroes.
even Underlord is surprisingly underfarmed. The hero farms so fast.
I mean, he's keeping pace with Bloodseeker. Ooh, swap and charge and everything getting dropped on that Venge. Or Razor, sorry. Yeah, there's the burst. I'm surprised that nothing really. There's no reaction. Ooh, Embrace recipe being dropped by the Veno wards, farming the camps.
That would have sucked.
He had to run to pick it up, and now he might be out of position. Or maybe he's in the perfect position. He's behind all of them. About to drop his ulti.
I like that buyback.
Echo, that's a lot of spells coming out, but this should be a massive cleanup for the Bloodseeker. Dude is insanely fast.
So good.
Yeah. This is 100% what InstiGators are going for in their draft. They drop those spells and the Bloodseeker just turns into a race car.
All these AoE damage spells
And-
plus blood.
I mean, yeah, no, just Disruptor and Underlord together is actually a lot of fun. I call it the Circles of Doom. You just kind of kinetic field keeps them in Underlord spells,
Dire structures cannot be hurt.
and you can always toss a Static Storm on top of it for the extra fun. Um, I'm amazed that it's still just sitting at 1K net worth right now. I don't think the lead has ever gone past 1K this whole entire game.
I don't think their cores are hitting creeps, to be honest.
You know, no one's really.
That's my theory.
It's a lot of TPs that come defend this outpost, and I think they captured it too late, so it wasn't even worth it. Yeah, they should just be dead here.
Killing spree! Double kill!
And I admire what they were going for, but that was just too divey.
I don't even if they got it, it wouldn't have been worth it.
Yeah. Still, only 1K net worth lead. Venno TPing out. Smart. This Ursa seems to have finished up his basher and is going for BKB next.
Dire's bottom tower is taking bottom tower has fallen.
This Earth needs to just farm Blink and chill out.
BKB is not ideal on the Ursa,
Dire's
but
bottom tower is
it's
under
also
attack.
kind of necessary in this game.
It's a Venomancer enhancer.
Got Radiant just
Radiant's
farming
top
up
tower is under attack.
Dire's jungle. Underlord uses Dark Rift alone.
Radiant's top tower is
Doesn't want to
under
use the
attack.
TP scroll like an unlearning person. Visage gets glimpsed back into a static storm. He's taking no damage. And kind of just keeps flying away. Meanwhile, Ursa's hitting Roche and getting taking a lot of damage for it. But he should finish it up. Visage is still getting gone on. This guy's tanky as fuck. Look at that.
The Dire have cut Roshan down into little
They finish him off. I'm sure.
Razor's dead? What?
Wait, what? Yeah, how did that happen? They did it without Ursa or Visage. That's interesting. And without Echo Slam. This Spearbreaker has a serious issue of just charging into places where you shouldn't be charging into. He's single-handedly initiating these terrible fights for his team.
Down I go. You've been disrupted.
They want the birds, but they can't get them. Yeah, how did this guy die? Spearbreaker somehow did basically 1,000 damage to him, mostly magical. Got 200 from Urn.
Maybe he got like 7 bashes.
Or you got 3 bashes off. He hit him 5 times and bashed 3 of those times. One of us is probably, I think that would count the bashes from the charge and possibly even the ult. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Razor basically got sold by the Spearbreaker and the Venge and the Dire. I'm not sure if that was just plain old creeps or tower hits.
Invisibility.
I mean, like, yeah, Shaker, Venge, and Spearbreaker, that's a ton of stuns, so you gotta be careful. You can't just run into them all alone. Spearbreaker charging too early again, I feel. His team, they're all gonna run away before his team gets here. Maybe not. Bloodseeker is dead. Razor gets swapped and is all alone in the middle of 5 of them.
It cannot be.
Much like cordwood before Axe's axe,
Relic,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's like he was building Radiance
Dire's
and
top
then he got
tower
the Relic.
is under attack.
What
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Venno somehow wandered in and died.
War has come
But in the
to
meantime,
Radiant's
Underlord is just
bottom
sieging
tower.
towers up top.
Radiant
This guy.
structures are fortified. Dire's top tower
drawing up
is under attack. Radiant's
quite a
bottom tower is
few
under
rotations. I think he can just
Radiant's
Dark Rift out of
bottom
this
tower
though.
has fallen.
And there he goes. Hit him a couple times. There's no reason not to.
War has come to Radiant's bottom tower. Puny Radiant hides behind their fortifications.
Well, I mean, Underlord did effectively pull a few of the heroes up top. I mean, Spearbreaker's charging back bottom, but they don't have the Venge down here, so this is a fight that Radiant can win. It's a really good fissure block from the Earthshaker, but yeah, it's a really good fissure block. Basically stops that fight. Oh, they get the glimpse off. Yeah, okay. Bye bye Visage. The rest of Dire should be leaving him behind.
And sweet.
They want that bird. Can they see the bird? Bird flies away.
Yes.
Oh, it's top net worth now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going for Crimson now.
Going back and forth.
After the Atos. It feels like... Yeah, I don't know. Game feels weird.
I did not expect this, but...
I had faith.
I didn't know they were drafting gods.
Eh. I mean, I know the strategy they have with Veno, and it's kind of working out for them, but still, they have a Veno, and I don't like Veno. Oh, look at this Razor. Ballsy. Like I said, I said in the drafting phase that Radiant InstiGators needed a Yules or two. I feel like Yules would have really helped them out here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Ursa getting blown up. He has Aegis. Venge is sitting there and taking a bunch of damage. Visage tossing out quite a bit of damage in the back.
Has no birds.
These fissures are really good. They're really splitting up the fights. And this Bloodseeker is just... The fights lasted long enough where they've all kind of ticked down, and Bloodseeker's just running around.
Their heroes have to buy back, for sure. But it's kind of too late.
Yeah. They do. And that is a very late buyback. Oh my god, Manta dodged. That would have been a fatal tower hit on the Razor.
Structures cannot be hurt. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I feel like they could have missing Skywalker hands could have been a little bit more assertive in their buybacks now.
Dire's bottom tower is taking many wounds.
They lost nothing though.
Yeah. I mean, apart from a bunch of kills and InstiGators up at 3k net worth lead, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that big, but for how this game has been going, it's huge.
Mine.
Spearbreaker's going on. Venom.
This guy's always so deep. Like, what is he doing here?
He's confused.
None of his teammates are. He's on the complete opposite side from the rest of his team.
This guy has 13 deaths.
Charges. Can't stop charging. Control your man.
When I get up, I charge someone and I die, and then I repeat that
Like,
process.
it's such a waste of a core roll. Is he still core? I don't kinda. Definitely seems like they give him farm priority. But for what?
Spearbreaker can't even farm. It's so hard.
Yeah,
farm
that too.
hero.
Like, you feel like I guess you feel pressured to just charge at him and hopefully snowball off kills, but it's not working for you here. So
All these good fours to soak spells.
definitely, I was about to say, I don't think they want to go high ground here, but they do get a BKB out of Ursa. I think that was a 10-second one. He had double damage from something, so it was a pretty disengage.
Earth has Echo.
Yeah, it's still shaky. Like you're only up 5k net worth. I mean, obviously they don't know that, but 5k net worth is not enough of an advantage to take high ground in just like a full-on fight. But they do pick off the Spirit Breaker again. Good echo coming out. Yeah. Oof. This Bloodseeker managed. It's key that they have the Bloodseeker alive. Venno managed to take someone down. Ursa's gonna die. Pops his ulti. Where's the Bloodseeker? Is just out of there. Okay.
800.
Look at the zoom. It's a lot of self-restraint. I would not have been able to control myself there. I would have made sure that that Ursa. I would have made sure that the Ursa was dead there, no matter what. Especially when I have 800 movement speed, I would feel like I was invincible. You could probably outrun the Spirit Breaker. Pause coming out.
They just tried to force that. And they went up 1k in that fight.
Yeah, no, going high ground is sketchy, especially when you got some fat teamfight ultis. They're trying to rush, but they're scouted out by the kinetic field, so they know what's happening here. Atos out on the Atos and Glimpse. Ooh, BKB's to dodge it, but that's his 9-second BKB now. 19 seconds of BKB for no real benefit. It's just being forced to build a BKB against this draft feels bad, and then not even being able to use the first 2 charges on it is even worse. I would not be feeling good if I was this Ursa right now.
Illusion. Gold for me.
Oh, they burn, swap, and reveal their whole entire plan on an illusion. Venge pays for that. Should be secured Roche for Radiant. You got the Underlord and Razor, making sure that Dire keep their distance.
This blood has a 10-second BKB now.
Yeah. And I feel like they're going to be able to make much better use of the BKB on Bloodseeker than Ursa has been making use of his. Especially with an Aegis. I feel like they're going to go... They're going to fully commit on a high ground push here. And they should be able to. I mean... Ideally, they don't eat a full Echo Slam to the face like last time. But like that's the only thing they have to worry about, to be honest. They somehow dodge that. They're golden.
When Razor tethers someone and he's attacking them, does it apply effects?
From his link? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would... My guess would be yes.
So, Orb of Destruction is actually amazing.
Well, I mean... Yeah, I guess.
I think Orb is honestly the best neutral item. Tier 3.
It's definitely the most aggressive. Spirit Breaker trying to pull out some split push shenanigans with his charge. Global map presence. Get some last hits in. Oh, this is both of them. In the meantime, Razor's eating a ton of damage, but he has Aegis. Venna ulti goes out, hits a lot of them, I think. Earthshaker is being zoned and he hasn't used Echo Slam yet. He's not going to be able to blink for a long time. If he wants to use it, he's going to have to walk in. Bloodseeker is just running around insanely fast. Shaker dies. Echo Slam was not used that fight. Venge manages to somehow TP out, amazingly. Ursa's ruptured and dead. Visage is sitting in the trees. Buyback from Ursa. Ooh, good force staff. Oh no! Gets forced out to safety, but then just turns around and walks right back in. But he does have the Yule, so someone finally listened to my advice. It's a really, really good item for them here. But it seems like it came out really, really late.
That whole fight, I was watching this facade, she was only hitting Underlord.
That does seem like a waste, doesn't it? No, no.
While Ursa was just fighting this.
They didn't line up their circles of doom there. Oh, Bloodseeker's fine. Yes, cheese. Kinetic field comes out. Underlord's TPing in. Or, yeah. I don't know why people love focusing tanks.
Especially Underlord. Hero's kind of useless. Just don't sit in his spells, smiley face.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
I hate playing Underlord, it's so boring. Revenge building halberd, that's good.
For the twins.
This Earth is having really good plays.
Yeah, he definitely was playing really well at the beginning. Razor just dies. He was doing a lot of really good zoning fissures early on, and some of those Echo Slams were fight turning. But in that last fight, I was watching him through the whole entire time. He got hit with the Venom ulti, and that was it. He couldn't Echo Slam, he couldn't blink. He couldn't even really walk into the middle of a fight to Echo Slam.
Much like Cordwood
that's
before
it.
Axe's axe, Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Is Underlord's dead? Oh, he is.
Oh, Underlord? Pfft. You're not going Underlord. Not without an Ursa. This guy's got 135 bonus damage. He's a tower hitting machine. Speaking of tower hitting machines,
What did this guy just rupture? I think
deny the tower. No. Feels bad. Oh, Ursa pops his BKB, but I think he shouldn't be able to make it away. Glimpsed. Such a good spell. Hops out of the kinetic field.
Hop out of that?
Oh, swapped, but to no avail. Venge trying to GP out. They didn't have a Yules to cancel it. Oh. Venge getting a lot of TPs out of these middle of fights. But we're up to 12k net worth lead on InstiGators. This game, I think, has, even though they haven't really taken any racks yet, I think it's firmly in the hands of InstiGators right now. Even though it's kind of felt like it was in their hands for most of the game, now the numbers are starting to finally reflect that. Repair kit on racks, on a ranged racks of all, feels like kind of a waste.
Split. Look at this map. If they just went on Razor Underlord there, they would have.
Yeah, they don't have the, there's no Ursa for still a full minute. Why are they jungling?
No, I mean,
He doesn't have buyback.
like,
You could just literally take a lane or two of racks right now.
and Disruptor were just all down in their jungle, while Underlord and Razor were just sitting here alone. I feel like they could have swapped him. Sarge would have killed him.
The low MMRs of InstiGators starting to show. But
Actually, talks.
they finally got
Dyer's bottom tower has fallen.
got themselves on the high ground.
Middle barracks have fallen.
Dyer's not even really putting up a fight.
Start this position, but there's no creeps.
Unstoppable!
Venge TPing out once again from the middle of a fight.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Yeah, I think this is over here. Visage is dead for 100 seconds,
Unlike
and
hacks, ever.
missing Skywalker hands is also making really questionable plays. Like they didn't really want to, they didn't really fight there, but they were kind of up front. They should have either just given up a Rax and waited until the Ursa was up, or
Ursa's just going on the Sun Lord. Everyone wants to kill the Sun Lord.
yeah.
No one.
Benno dead, but this should all be cleaned up right now. No running to Fountain for you.
Double kill.
Everybody's dead.
Triple
It's a
kill.
GG.
Dominating.
Yeah, no, in the end there, like, they should have waited until Ursa was up.
Ursa, yeah.
But they, like,
The Rex.
Dire's middle
they
tower
didn't
is
fight with their
under
full strength
attack.
at the end there.
To the
Visage kind of was just too far up.
Say, does Axe get a
Yeah, game 1 goes to InstiGators.
Pretty close for about 30 minutes.
I mean, the numbers said it was close, but I didn't really see a way that Missing Skywalker Hands is actually going to pull that off. I mean, that Spirit Breaker position 3 was so game losing. Both from just drafting it and B, how it was
The
played.
draft was bad.
Yeah,
They lost in the draft.
100%. I mean, this is kind of like for most of the games that I look at when I'm doing my little reviews, it's a pretty clear-cut case of whoever picks either Venge or just picks the more kind of stuns in a draft just wins the game, basically automatically. And I know it sounds stupid and it sounds really simple, almost way too simple to be true, but it's just kind of how it is. People love drafting very little stuns on their team, and then they just get run over and they can't do anything about it. But this is where kind of like that little theory starts getting a little muddled, because I mean, both teams kind of had a ton of stuns. You had Shaker with 1,000,000 stuns, Spearbreaker with 1,000,000 stuns. Venge was just really good at controlling people, and they still lost, but that's because InstiGators had the more AoE focused control, in my opinion. The Venno Bloodseeker was definitely interesting. I can definitely see where they were going with that, and definitely did a lot of work. Actually, before I keep chatting, I should probably remake the lobby again.
I don't see the lobby.
And I put an invite in the post-game chat. I forget where I was. Oh yeah, the Venom Bloodseeker. I mean, you're familiar with the good old Bloodseeker Zeus, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same principle here, just a little bit slower. Takes a little bit more time for it to get into effect, but it's still really, really effective. The downside is that you're running a Venno, and I think the downsides were shown very clearly in that game. For starters, in the lane, the Venno couldn't really do anything to like stop this Ursa from just eating the Underlord. You pick anybody with a stun, the Underlord dies a lot less. And in some of those fights, they've had a little bit more control against the Ursa as well.
I think their biggest problem was they just focused this Underlord every fight.
Yeah, Underlord is
Let's see.
he's a tanky boy, so you don't want to focus him, but at the same time, he does so much just by existing. The Vlads, I guess the Crimson Guard sticks around even if you kill the Underlord, but the Vlads and the Atrophy Aura are so much value. But you're right, they should have just they're
Bloodseeker is pretty squishy.
they were able to like delete the Razor and the Bloodseeker quite a few times, and that was like the fights that were going like well for them, and they could have figured out a way to capitalize on that and exploit that.
They just needed to like swap them into pickoffs, then just win. Big tips from TJ: just win.
Mm. Oh boy, give me a second.